8 million workers will now go without overtime pay. That's next on your Labor Minute. Hello, I'm Mark Harrison. Last week, while all eyes were upon the Trump impeachment, officials at the U.S. Department of Labor were busy finalizing the Trump administration's new overtime pay rules. Under the new pay cap, workers making over $35,000 a year will no longer be entitled to overtime pay. And while Fox News and the Trump administration is busy telling us that this is a great rule and that it guarantees overtime pay for those of us who qualify, that's nowhere near the entire story. In fact, an overtime rule put in place by the previous administration was set to go into effect that would guarantee workers who made up to $47,000 a year overtime pay, but that rule was struck down by a judge in Texas who claimed it was overly expansive. When in fact, had the overtime rule kept up with inflation, today's threshold would actually be $56,000. As well, the previous rule set in place under the Obama administration would have tied the overtime salary to the index of inflation, something a new bill does not do, which means that as time goes by, fewer and fewer salaried workers will be entitled to overtime pay. Now understand what this means. If you make a salary of $35,000 a year, you are entitled to overtime. Yet, if you make $36,000 or maybe even $35,001 a year, you are not. So, an employer who wants to get thousands of dollars of extra work out of you without paying you extra for that work need only pay you $1 above the minimum threshold, thus allowing you to be on the hook for lots more hours worked and no more hours paid. I'm Mark Harrison with your Labor Minute.